Up bright and early this morning then. I've got a lot to do today. I'm already up and dressed. I'm going out to walk my dog. Got to get my car washed. I've got someone coming over to do some plastering in my house as the deconstruction and reconstruction of some of the bedrooms has started. But massive game today for Wealdstone. A game where we obviously won 6-1 in the reverse fixture, but it's not going to be as straightforward as that, I don't think. Wrexham away to Halifax. You can't see them really doing anything other than winning. So looking forward to a big game ahead today, massive.
Just about to grab a jacket and go out to the game. Can't quite believe what this game is or who it's a tribute for. Really unexpected. Obviously, it's incredibly sad and hope we pay tribute to Jason Turner today in the best way possible, both on and off the pitch. But yeah, it feels a little bit surreal that that this match is in memory of him. But I think he would want us to get it done on the pitch. So team news is out. Ruben not there. Came off pretty early in the second half against Altrincham as a precaution. Thought he'd be back today, but obviously, well, let's hope he's not out for Monday. Good to see Bolben back in, Brindley back involved, Scott on the bench, no Slocum, which is a bit of a worry for me. And we were saying on the paper's perspective last night, we have to focus on today's game before Wrexham. I don't think he's got the Wrexham game in mind necessarily with his team selection. But who knows? Who knows? Let's see if we can go and get that win.
1-0, Sam Austin, 7 minutes in, holds up the shirt for Jason Turner, really nice touch. We pressed them, and it's a fantastic goal, 1-0 knots. Half time, players coming out in a second. I'm going to keep this short and sweet, really good, should have scored more, Wrexham winning again, there we go.
Yeah, control possession that half, as we always do. Wealdstone have had their chances, to be fair, but Langstaff's been unfortunate really not to get one. He's had 2 or 3 really good chances he should have scored.
Yeah, let's see what second half brings. 41 goals for Macca, 1-on-1, never in doubt. 41 goals puts us 2 up, and you'd like to think that's game over. Really good work, Chixon on the right now, 3-0, definitely game done. I'm with Jake. We've just beaten Wealdstone 3-0, very, very comfortable performance. Before we mention anything about the game, Jake, I thought it was a really good tribute to Jason Turner today. All the staff, it looked like every member of staff pretty much stood out there on the touchline prior to kick-off, and Wealdstone respected it really well. So in that sense, I think it was, it was a really good tribute for him today.
Yeah, fantastic, isn't it? It was a shocking story to wake up to last week, or this week, sorry. But yeah, it was, a fitting tribute. You had all his family out there and stuff like that. 50's no age, was it? And it's a horrible thing. But I think we did him justice today. Lovely day for it. Good game of football. It felt like a bit of a pre-season game in some aspects, wasn't it? It was a bit too. I think we never really got our second gear, to be honest. But we had enough opportunities and chances, and Wealdstone offered a little bit. But other than that, it was quite an easy one, really.
It felt like an opening game of the season kind of thing. Weather's nice. Not sure how to dress. I've got my coat with me. It had to come off. But no, look. From minute one, you knew the players were on it. You knew what had happened. They're fully focused on the game. Luke Williams has gotten focused, and whatever the goal was before kick-off, whether it genuinely was playoffs or it's to win the league, they were completely on it. Who today for you really stood out? Because I've got a couple of players, and I thought they were fantastic.
I thought Sam Austin for me today was I don't actually know who got man of the match, but for me it was definitely Sam Austin. I know people said Palmer had a good game as well. I don't think there's anybody again today that really put a foot wrong. It was comfortable. I think that's the main word to describe it today. And I thought Austin stood out there, and special obviously Langstaff 41 goals in one season is incredible, isn't it? National League record. We broke the points record today, so it's just been a really good day. Wrexham have lost, I think, so it's been a really good day.
mate, that about a minute and a half before I mentioned that. Not much better in football than when you're relying on another team to either win or lose, and you hear it from the other fans in the ground, is there? You know, when they equalise, there's a bit of a murmur. The second goal goes in, and we're sat there, aren't we? We're saying Wrexham are going to score at least one more, and it ends up with them losing. Well, at the point of recording this, it's 3-1. I'm sure I'll be told by someone behind the camera if they have lost 3-1 or they've scored. I think they've lost 3-1. That is absolutely massive.
It puts Monday into a huge perspective, doesn't it? We thought we could have been 6 points behind and with a game in hand still, but it's just what Monday now is beyond anything, you know. And even no matter what happens, both clubs sitting at 100 points must be the first time it's ever happened. And to have nearly exactly the same goal scoring record, exactly the same win-loss total record, it's incredible. And you know, we'll go there and beat them.
And a 5-goal swing in the goal difference as well. Yeah, full time. Five goal swing in that goal difference. Obviously 3 for us, and they've lost 2. We were just, and I want to go away from Wrexham and talk about Notts a little bit more. We were just fantastic, weren't we? Vincent, how pleased are you for him? Because look, he was gone. I said on the podcast, he's never playing for us again. Middle of the season. How good has he been?
Yeah, you know, he went to Aldershot, didn't he, for a little bit, and I don't know what the sort of, you know, he apparently played quite well there, and I think that probably did him in good stead coming back. But you know, he's not played in midfield, has he? He's always been going to that left back position in place of Chickson. So he's probably never seen him play there in prior seasons for us. So yeah, but you know, fair credit to him. He's battled, and he's carried on, and he's got a well-deserved goal today. And you know, he's not put a foot wrong like anybody else. So yeah, really pleased for him, and you know, deserves it.
Back to that game on Monday. How are you feeling? Can you give me one word?
Confident.
Confident. I'm not sure. I'm still very nervous, but pressure's back on them now, isn't it? Jake, cheers for joining me.
Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
With Will then, after a comprehensive win over Wealdstone, it was fairly straightforward for Notts, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was weird. Like these lot said, it did feel like a bit of a pre-season friendly sort of vibe. We just got the job done. We just ticked all the boxes. Everyone was, you know, 7, 8 out of 10. We just did really well. And I know we beat them like 9-1 aggregate. I don't think they're a bad team. I feel like they're well organised. They've got a bit of threat. But yeah, we just dispatched them comfortably.
They did have their chances, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they're quite a good. It's weird. Yeah, they had some good chances. First off, they had quite a few balls across the box, didn't they? And they just couldn't really get anything on it at the end. Our keeper played well, Mayor, didn't he? He had quite a good game. But we could have had a lot more today as well, couldn't we?
Yeah, agreed. Langstaff then, he breaks the record for the league. 41 goals, all from open play. Talk to me about him.
What a joke! What a joke! Even if we go up, do we keep him? I'm not. Even if we go up, I think he's good enough for League One Championship. Because like I said, the goals he scores, he'll score at any level. Because the one stays 1-on-1, which to be fair, sometimes he doesn't finish. But in the box, he's incredible. I can't remember seeing a goal scorer like it, like since Lee Hughes. But I mean, Lee Hughes never got to these sort of numbers, did he? No. 41 is an absolute madness. Yeah, incredible.
He had some really good chances today, didn't he? I think he could have had 3 or 4 goals. Do you think the pressure's maybe getting to him a little bit? Not that it matters because we've won 3-0, but I think he definitely could have scored a bit more today, couldn't he?
Yeah, but I think now he's got that record. I feel like the wheels. What's the saying? He's gonna really, really get some more. I think he'll be unleashed for the last few games.
I think we were about 200 shy of 10,000 fans in today, and you know the atmosphere. It was good today, but I've got to say it really peaked when Wrexham conceded their second, didn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't clock on what was happening at first. It was like we'd scored a goal, literally like we scored a goal. And I'm looking at you thinking, what's going on? And then because we just genuinely didn't think that Halifax would beat them. I thought, you know, Wrexham, it's 1-1. They'll easily get another 2 or 3. They'll win 3-1. No, yeah, it was really good. The atmosphere was really good. And once that happened, that did get the fans a bit buoyed up as well. So yeah, good. Monday is going to be incredible.
It's amazing. That's why you got to love football, because the emotion that you feel in that moment, you can't match it. You can't buy it. Talk me through like what your emotions are like when you're seeing that.
Your heart literally like skips. Like your heart starts going out. It's weird. It's so mad how some like a sport can make you feel like that. And it's like I said, I'm so nervous already for Monday. I don't think I'm actually going to enjoy the game or anything like that. But yeah, when it happened today, absolutely buzzing. I'm thrilled. But I don't want to I'm still buzzing that Notts won, and you know what I mean. I want to concentrate on Notts. Yeah.
I was going to talk about Wrexham next, because that's obviously our huge game we've got on Monday, probably one of the biggest games in National League history. How do you feel? You just said you feel a bit nervous, but how do you see the game panning out? Are you nervous for it?
Do you think we're going to score goals? Do you think there's going to be plenty of goals? Do you think it's going to be a 0-0 boring draw? What do you think it's going to go like?
I think there'll be goals. I think there'll definitely be goals. They're not great at the back, are they? And apparently Tozer's messed up a bit today. I think there'll be goals in it. I think both teams will score. I reckon we're looking at a 3-2, 2-2 sort of game. I think it's going to be. I think we're going to be nervous. I think we play the better football. I think we'll have the ball more. But they've got that long throw, which is a threat. It is, and they've got some quality, aren't they? So I'm nervous, very nervous, George. Very.
Yeah, as am I. I'm sure all the other Notts fans are, and Wrexham fans, I suppose. But I'm going to finish it on this one, Will. Tom's just done it. Give me what's similar sort of question. Give me 2 words.
2 words.
How do you feel after that? Not just the result, but sort of the results elsewhere going our way. How do you feel? 2 words.
2 words. That's really, really tricky. I'm feeling.
You've got a good vocabulary, Will. Come on.
I know. I'm feeling stupendous. Stupendously buzzing. I don't know.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Player ratings then. Let's go through it pretty quickly, George, because there was some great performances in there. Mayer in goal, clean sheet, dribbles out of his box past 2 players at one point. Nothing wrong for me. Dealt well with the bobble in the box. 7.
Yeah, I mean, there was a couple of errors in there for me. That one where he sort of spilled it when he that sort of hot.
That's harsh.
He still spilled it though. He spilled it in the wrong area as well. Like you see keepers getting trained, and this is intricate detail now. When keepers get trained, they get trained to sort of palm it out to the right or to the left, depending on which way the shot's coming. He's palmed it straight out into the centre of his area. That is me really picking fault off a pretty flawless performance today. 6.5.
Then go to Aaron Man again. Incredible. Bought off though. I think with Monday in mind. I think it was 2-0 at that point. Yeah, really good player, very quick. We know what he's going to get, and teams still can't stop him.
Yeah, exactly that. I was sat with one of my friends today who comes probably 2-3 times a season, and he was sort of saying he can't believe how much Namain has come on as a player. So it's not just us that are noticing it, it's fans that don't often come down to the lane. I think his improvements this season have been fantastic. He's such a good player. When he gets the ball around that right hand side, you just know somehow it's going to end up in the box. He's going to cut in. He can do anything. He's not one dimensional, is he? So I really like Namain, and I think he's going to be crucial in the game on Monday. So I'm going to give him an 8 today. I thought it was good. Yeah,
I'm going to give him an 8 as well. We then go to Brindley. Good to see him back in. I suspect he won't start against Wrexham. I think it'll be Rawlinson for his physicality, but I thought he was good again. Didn't carry the ball out of defence. I think since he's been out of the team, we've seen Baldwin and Cameron do that a lot more. They're now the ball carriers, aren't they? And Brindley just sat in there, but flawless for me. In a clean sheet, 7.5.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're spot on. I think he doesn't look like one of those players where he's not had much football at all, really. Recently, he's been out for quite a long while, and he was sharp. He was really sharp, and it's good to see, because Brindley is a great player. And when someone's out for so long, you sort of forget, don't you? Especially like a defender, because they're not scoring your goals all the time. You sort of forget they're out sometimes, don't you? When you just getting by him, we're still winning games. But he's come back in, he's done a job. Fair play to him. I'm going to give him an 8.
Aidan Baldwin.
No mistakes today from him. I thought he was really good, dribbling out. There was one time as well. He's nearly dribbled it into their 18-yard box, near the edge of our 18-yard box. Really good performance, defensively sound. They were tested a bit today, I thought, the defence as well, because Wealdstone put it on us a few times. I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Clean sheet.
Yeah, I'm going to go 8. And then Cameron, always reliable. I think I'll just stick with an 8 for him.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, he always gets those free kicks, doesn't he, as well, where the sort of players shove him in the back. He's really good for that, to be fair.
Don't think he'll get them on Monday.
I do.
Is he that good?
He's that good.
Chickson, good performance. I said to Jake, because we saw him at Altrincham, when he goes on to the right, he's even better.
Yeah. He was really good when he went on that right hand side. He was really good. He put some really good crosses in as well, I thought, better than from when he's on the left hand side. So yeah, it's interesting to see if we'll sort of go down that avenue. But yeah, a good performance and all. So I'm going to give him an 8 as well. Why not?
And then we go to the midfield. Then the man I think is going to be the most important, and there's been a bit of debate there on the pods, and while we've been sat in the stand today, I think he's the most important player for us on Monday. I think it's John Bostock. He turns up, dictates the play. I think it's massive for us. I think. Again, he was good today, and he's a bit like Matty Palmer, isn't he? You don't actually notice him that much. Like the midfield two, how you have a team where the midfield two aren't noticed that much because everything they do is flawless. 8 again.
Yeah, free flowing from him today. Put a really good ball out in, I think it was the second half, over to Chickson. Really, really good ball. If it's the first half, actually. Put a really diagonal ball across, and it's just landed perfectly to Chickson's feet. Really good range of pass. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
Matty Palmer.
8, solid. He just did what he did in the right positions. Passing, it was just so fluent, wasn't it today? 8.
Yeah, just seeing who's leaving. Jim.
Didn't shout us this week.
No, he didn't shout us this week.
What
I
we
think
doing,
he knows it's going to be a good one. He knows it's going to be a good one. Jody Jones. I thought he was really good. And he's looking like, when we first got him, sort of every 2 out of 3 times he tried something, it would work. This time it's almost every time he gets it, it works. He's well in. He's had some international games, keep him ticking over. Didn't come on against Altrincham, so he's had a big break from the league football. Solid for me. Wouldn't mind seeing him start against Wrexham, but I'd go personally Ruben and Sam Austin just because the energy they bring. But I thought he was really good. One of that cross he put in with the instep of his foot, and he swung it in, really good. 7.5.
I'm going to give him an 8. Again, I know I gave everyone an 8, but it was such a good team performance today. Everyone was sort of on a similar level, but yeah, I'm going to go 8 with him today. Class.
Sam Austin for me. He has to score that first chance, not because it was easy, because he had Aaron the man to pass it to, who basically had a free effort on goal. Had to score, he did, in off the post, and that set the game up. These kind of games when you've got a side like Wealdstone that are going to sit in, but they also have it on the counter. Yeovil early in the season didn't have it on the counter. These would have had the opportunity, and to get that early goal was massive. So for me, he gets close to a 9, but it's an 8.5.
I'm going to give him a 9. I think he's class. Every time he plays, he's the standout player. I'm going to be singing his praises all the time because I think he's such a good player. Not had as much game time as I think I'd have liked to see him have this season. But I suppose when you're winning games, you can't really complain too much because we've just got such good depth. But today, I thought he was incredible. He plays, he gets a goal again. Every time he plays, he does something. He either scores or gets an assist. So, yeah, he's so good. 9. Man of the match deserved as well.
41 goals, 0 penalties, and finishes it off with a 1-on-1, which has not been fantastic at all season. Missed a few 1-on-1s. Chesterfield springs to mind. But 41 goals, a new record. Ricky Miller's finished. Can't say it anymore. He's finished. He's finished, isn't he? They won't be saying his name anymore. Could have had 4 or 5 today. Some really good save from their keeper. I give Macca an 8.5.
Yeah, I thought. I was saying this to Will in the chat I just did with Will. I thought he might have been feeling the pressure a little bit today because he had some really, really good chances. In the 6-yard box that you back him to score. He could have made it 45 today, but he didn't. But he still scored and he still made the difference. So I'm gonna give him an 8.
And his finish as well. Let's not forget it was at 1-0. So important time to score. Pressure on that as well, not just on the goals tally. Yeah. Then go to subs, and let's go for Jim.
He does those runs, doesn't he? He's still doing them sort of runs that sort of pull the midfield apart a little bit. When the goalkeeper's got the ball and it looks like there's going to be a long ball over the top, he does them runs and it sort of pulls the team apart. I like seeing that because you don't really see that when he's not on the pitch. 6.5.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 7. Won the ball back a lot when he came on. Yeah. Scott, didn't really see much of him, but he's also come back from injury. I'm going to give him a 6.
Yeah, 6.
And then Vinny gets his goal.
Great goal. Fantastic goal. And it's great to see as well, a player that sort of had to bide the time at Notts. He's had a spell out on loan this season. We've seen a few cameos from him later on to the back end of the season. He's come on today and he's played really well. He's got so much energy. He's got such a good finish on him. He's so versatile, such a good player. I'm going to give him a 7.5.
Confidence looked really, really high from him as well. So I'm going for an 8.
In the car then, on the way home now. What a fantastic day today. This is what football's all about, on Wednesday night it was, I get mixed up because of the bank holiday. On Wednesday night we were sat on a Wrexham podcast and it did feel like, I was sort of feeling like it was, he's going to go to Wrexham, and then all of a sudden, one fixture later, your mind's thinking differently. It erupted obviously when we scored, and then you're hearing that Halifax has got a second against Wrexham. It's amazing, and those emotions, you can't buy them, and it's few and far between that football gets you like that. So you've got to enjoy it while it lasts. What an end to the season it's going to be. We've just got to enjoy it, and on to Monday for what's going to be the biggest game probably ever that I've ever been to. There's so much lying on it. There's so much focus on it. What a game it's going to be. So fans were fantastic today. if you go into the game on Monday, I'll probably see you there, and let's be loud for the boys on Monday.